Good evening, everyone. So, welcome to the book study session. We are doing the book study on this book, which is The Secrets of Karma. So, we are in chapter 2. And okay, so ये जो book है, ये वाली book हम लोग book study कर रहे हैं, The Secrets of Karma. Okay, तो इस book की हम लोग study कर रहे हैं. And I think आज हम लोग का 13th या 14th day है शायद. So, we have covered chapter 1 completely, and now we are in chapter 2, page number 59. Today we are starting page number 59, and we will try to complete this key today. So if you do not have the book, don't worry. हम वैसे भी लाइन बाय लाइन बुक से ही पढ़ रहे हैं, उसके बाद हम उसका एक्सप्लेनेशन कर रहे हैं. सो अगर आपके पास किताब नहीं है, डू नॉट वरी अबाउट दैट. अगर किताब है तो बहुत अच्छा. So this chapter is lies and white lies. Day 14. Wow. Lies beget bad karma, and it is an obstacle to your spiritual development. Lies weaken your spiritual connection and make it difficult for you to learn and comprehend spiritual teachings. Also, since lies distort the truth as a karmic consequence, your perception of truth will be distorted. And sometimes you will be misled by wrong information at a critical moment. The following is a true story that I witnessed during my days in New Delhi. So यहाँ क्या बोल रहे हैं? सबसे पहले उसको समझते हैं, फिर कहानी सुनेंगे. So what is said out here is that lies create bad karma. झूठ बोलने से नेगेटिव कर्मा क्रिएट होता है. खासकर ऐसा कर्मा क्रिएट होगा जो आपकी बढ़ोतरी में, आपके डेवलपमेंट में, आपके इंप्रूवमेंट में ऑब्स्टिकल क्रिएट करेगा. Why does this happen? Because when we lie, we are trying to distort the perception of people. हमने कोई भी झूठ बोला, चाहे वो कितना ही छोटा या कितना ही बड़ा झूठ क्यों ना हो, हमने किसी और की सोच, किसी और की धारणा, कोई और किस तरह से जिंदगी को देख रहा है, किसी भी चीज के तरफ देख रहा है, उस चीज को हम कहीं ना कहीं बदलाव उसमें हम एक ला रहे हैं. एंड झूठ के कारण वो आमतौर पे एक गलत बदलाव आता है. सो अगर हम किसी और को गलत दिखा रहे हैं, हम खुद भी बाय द लॉ ऑफ कर्मा गलत देखेंगे. ओके, सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई विल टेक अ वेरी वेरी स्मॉल एग्जाम्पल. हाँ, इतना छोटा एग्जाम्पल कि आपको लगे कि इससे क्या ही फर्क पड़ता है. आई एम ड्रिंकिंग अ ग्लास ऑफ वाटर, and most of you have observed that when I take a session, I have to talk so much. I keep sipping drops of water, right? I keep taking water. अगर मैं आप लोगों को आज एक स्टेटमेंट देती हूँ, I always drink chilled water. Chilled, like it's like freezing cold chilled water. क्या ये हो सकता है कि आप में से बहुत जन ये सोचे कि प्याली को इतना बात करना पड़ता है, वो चिल्ड वाटर लेती है, उसका गला ठीक रहता है. तो चिल्ड पानी पीने से गला अच्छा रहता है, गला ठीक रहता है, बात करने में आसानी होती है. Some of you might just get a conception that since I have seen Piyali from so many years, she keeps drinking water when she's taking a session because she has to talk so much. And if I tell you that this is chilled water, this is frozen chilled water, you might have a conception that drinking chilled water, if you have to speak a lot, is going to comfort your throat and give you a better throat. Right? Some of you might have that conception. Now, one day you might apply the same thing in your life. You might have to talk a lot. Maybe you're attending a meeting or something like that, and you will order for a chilled cold water, and you are constantly drinking that chilled cold water while you are talking, trying to follow me and comfort yourself. And you might end up catching a cold. You might end up completely cracking your voice even during your meeting. आप क्या बोलोगे? प्याली ने तो बोला था ठंडा पानी पीती है और इससे उसका गला ठीक रहता है। कितना छोटा बात है ना। परहैप्स ये बोलते टाइम हम सोचेंगे भी नहीं कि यार इससे क्या ही फर्क पड़ता है, हाउ डज इट अफेक्ट, है ना। इट्स सच अ स्मॉल थिंग, but it might affect people. It will affect their perception. It will affect the way they think, maybe even the way they do things. But what is the truth? This is just normal water. I do not have chilled water at all. So if I am telling anything which is a lie, no matter how small, how irrelevant, and how like it's not even a consideration for me, even then it creates karma. कितनी ही छोटी बात क्यों ना हो जाए, कितना ही उसका कोई इम्पोर्टेंस है या नहीं है, अगर हम झूठ बोल रहे हैं, हम सामने वाले की सोचने समझने की शक्ति को कहीं ना कहीं डिस्टॉर्ट कर रहे हैं, एंड उससे एक नेगेटिव कर्मा जनरेट होता है। सबसे बड़ा कर्मा जो जनरेट होता है वो ये है कि हमारी सोच भी डिस्टॉर्ट होगी। I will also be misled. I will also be following wrong directions. My level of intelligence will get affected. ये होगा ही होगा. Okay? So that's me having my normal water. And then let's read the story behind it. In the early 90s, I was acquainted with a person from the banking sector who was a habitual liar. You will see him manipulating everyone and being utterly dishonest in his dealings with people. In 1992, under the guidance of his stockbrokers, he borrowed money and heavily invested in shares. Later, it turned out to be one of the biggest stock market scams ever committed in India, that saw the drastic loss of wealth in the life savings of numerous investors. He lost everything practically overnight. So that's the story. ये एक सच्ची घटना बोल रहे हैं। जो ऑथर है मित्सुबिशी आत्री, उन्होंने इसको देखा है, इस चीज को होते हुए, वो एक सच्ची घटना बोल रहे हैं, शेयर कर रहे हैं कि एक बैंकर को वो जानते थे जो हैबिचुअल लायर थे। बात बात पे झूठ बोलना, बात बात पे लोगों को मिसलीड करना, कहानियां बनाना, एक्सेट्रा. So this man, once he took advice from certain people and invested all his money into some shares. And उसी टाइम पे 1992 इंडिया का सब या शेयर मार्केट का सबसे बड़ा शेयर मार्केट स्कैम हुआ, जो उस टाइम तक कभी नहीं हुआ था. And in one single night, he lost all that he had. So what does this mean? If we are lying, अगर हम झूठ बोल रहे हैं, हम बहुत बड़ा कर्मा क्रिएट कर रहे हैं. ये कर्मा घूम के हमारे ही पास आएगा एंड बिग टाइम आएगा. हम 100 छोटी छोटी झूठ बोल रहे हैं, एक इंसान को एक बड़ा झूठ बोलेगा एंड हमारी लाइफ बदल जाएगी. Let us try to protect our own karma. This is not to become a sant महात्मा. हम अगर झूठ बोलने से अपने आप को रोकेंगे, तो इसलिए नहीं कि हमको एक संत महात्मा बनना है, सिर्फ इसलिए क्योंकि हमको बुरा काम करने से बचना है. I don't want to become, like the Satyavadi Harishchandra, or I don't want to, nobody will give me an award if anybody comes to know that Piyali never lies. My name will not come in the Guinness Book of World Records. I will not get anything if I do not lie. But I can save my karma big time by saying the truth, by not lying. Because nobody is listening. Lots of karma is keeping track record of everything. Okay? तो अगर झूठ नहीं बोलना है तो किसी और के खातिर नहीं, मेरे अपने खातिर. If you want to take the path of truth, Do it only for yourself because that will save your karma. There are times when kindness supersedes honesty. So again, if you're a pranic healer, if you're an arhatic yogi, you will realize that these teachings are so much similar to what we are taught by Master Shri. Loving kindness precedes honesty and non-lying. You may, for example, have to say a white lie and falsely compliment a woman who wishes to know how she is looking for her new hairstyle. Honesty without discrimination may at times cause immense harm to others, as it is illustrated in the following story. So we'll read the next story, but just to give you an example, this is what we learn in pranic healing as well. कि अगर आप सच बोल रहे हो और उस सच से किसी को इंजर कर रहे हो, किसी को नुकसान पहुंचा रहे हो, किसी को तकलीफ पहुंचा रहे हो, तो फिर उसको हम नहीं बोल सकते. हम सच का आड़ लेके किसी का नुकसान नहीं कर सकते. So we cannot take the pretext of honesty to injure somebody. मेरी कोई ननंद है, भाभी है, जेठानी है, कोई है, मुझे एकदम वो पसंद नहीं है. किसी दिन वो एक हेयर कट लेती है, वो हेयर कट में वो अच्छी नहीं लग रही है. If she wears a sari in which she is not looking so well, I said, I have to be honest. And I go to that lady and I say, you're looking very bad today. You're looking ugly today. I am speaking the truth. I am a very nice person. I never tell the lie. I have to maintain my karma. मुझे तो मेरे कर्मा को बचाना है. आप ना बड़े गंदे लग रहे हो. आप बहुत खराब लग रहे हो. आप ये हेयर स्टाइल एकदम आपको सूट नहीं कर रहा. ये ड्रेस एकदम आपको सूट नहीं कर रहा. तो मैं क्या कर रही हूँ? What am I doing? I'm using the weapon of honesty to injure somebody. And then I am feeling very happy. My devar or my nanan and my jetani and my friend or my sister or something, I have taken revenge today. I have hurt that person today. You can't do this. This is even bad karma, even more bad karma. तो हम सच का राह लेके किसी को इंजर नहीं कर सकते. Honesty and loving kindness and non-injury supersedes. It is higher. It is more important than honesty and non-lying. Okay, so this is what is said out here. So if a lady comes to you in a party or somewhere and says, how am I looking? I just took a haircut today, or I'm wearing a new dress today. Even if she's not looking that good, or she's not looking up to your standards, up to your expectation, try to be more loving and kind. Give diplomatic answers. Like something which I personally use a lot is, you're looking very different today. Very different is neither good nor bad. तो मैंने झूठ भी नहीं बोला और मैंने उनको इंजर भी नहीं किया. वेरी डिफरेंट कैन बी वेरी गुड एज वेल. आप बहुत यूनिक लग रहे हो, आपने कुछ नया पहना है आज, आप एकदम डिफरेंट लग रहे हो, नॉर्मल डे से अलग लग रहे हो. इट कैन बी गुड, इट कैन बी बैड, यू डोंट नीड टू स्पेसिफाई दैट. So you can simply take the diplomatic way out. कि ना मैंने सच बोला, ना मैंने झूठ बोला, मैंने कुछ न्यूट्रल बोला. लेकिन अगर आपको झूठ बोलना भी पड़ता है, बट आप किसी को इंजर होने से बचा रहे हो, then that might be the better thing to do. Here you have to use your discrimination. कोई blanket हाँ या ना नहीं है. Okay, there is no I cannot say that this is always going to be the right thing to do. This is always going to be the bad thing, right, wrong thing to do. You have to discriminate from situation to situation. Okay. कब ऑनेस्टी को ऊपर रखना है, कब लविंग काइंडनेस को ऊपर रखना है, ये आपका फैसला होगा. एंड आप जो भी फैसला लेते हो उसके बेसिस पे आपका कर्मा डिसाइड होगा. ओके, so if you say Piyali has said always to speak the truth, so let me speak the truth and injure people, that karma will go to you, not to me. Because मैंने अपना आप क्लियर कर दिया. Use discernment, use your brain, use your intelligence. You cannot have a fixed answer for all situations. Okay, now the story. Once upon a time, there lived in a forest an ascetic. by the name Corsica. One day, some men came running inside his hermitage and hurriedly hid behind a tree. After a while, Corsica saw some fierce looking men running towards him as though looking for the men who were hiding behind the tree. Approaching Corsica, they asked him, O Holy One, which way did the men go a little while ago? From their appearance, it was quite apparent that they wanted to cause harm to the men in hiding. But without thinking, the ascetic said, Yes, I have seen them. They are hiding behind that neem tree. The fierce looking men were bandits who wanted to rob the men in hiding, and having found out where the men were, they killed all of them and went away with their possessions. Since the ascetic caused great harm to the innocent people due to his immature honesty, he was dragged to hell. Okay, so that is the story. Let's understand what happened in the story. So, एक बार एक संत, कोई ascetic is basically a monk, a saint, वो ध्यान लगा रहे थे और उन्होंने देखा कि कुछ लोग डरते हुए, घबराते हुए, दौड़ते दौड़ते आए और एक पेड़ के पीछे, उनके आसपास एक पेड़ के पीछे छुप गए। उसकी थोड़ी देर बाद बहुत ही भयानक देखने वाले कुछ और लोग आए और उन्होंने उससे पूछा कि क्या आपने यहाँ किसी को भागते हुए देखा है? तो अपीयरेंस से, लुक से समझ में आ रहा था कि ये जो लोग हैं ये अच्छे लोग नहीं हैं। जो लोग छुप रहे हैं ये उनकी नुकसान करेंगे। ये जानते हुए भी उस संत ने कहा, हाँ हाँ मैंने देखा है उन्हें, वो उस नीम के पेड़ के पीछे छुपे हुए हैं। जो अभी आए थे वो बैंडिट्स थे, दे वर लुटेरियस एंड दे वर लाइक बैड पीपल, नेगेटिव पीपल। सो व्हाट डिड दे डू? जो लोग छुप रहे थे उनको निकाला, उनके सारे सामान को चोरी कर लिया और उन लोगों को मार दिया। The bandits basically killed those people who were hiding. They were innocent people. Now, what did happen? The sant, the saint who was sitting, who was meditating, got involved into this karma. He had immature honesty. He did not think before being honest. He could have saved those innocent people. He could have, misled, or he could have simply said, I don't know. Simple. मुझे नहीं पता. I don't know where they are. I didn't see. I have no clue. That would have been dishonest. That would have been a lie. But then those innocent people could have got saved. The bandits would not have had that, those items, and they could not run away. Because of this reason, this saint was dragged to hell. जब इस सेंट का जब डेथ हुआ तब उन्हें जन्नत नहीं मिला, उन्हें स्वर्ग नहीं मिला, उन्हें हेल मिला, नरक में जाना पड़ा उनको। Why? Because of his immature honesty. बिना सोचे बिना समझे सच बोलने के वजह से जो इनोसेंट लोगों की जान गई, उसके वजह से उन्हें भी नरक में जगह मिली, स्वर्ग में नहीं मिली। दो वो he was a saint, he was meditating, maybe he was doing many good things, but this one mistake dragged him to hell. That's the reason why it is said that we cannot use immature honesty. We cannot speak the truth when we know that truth is going to harm people, injure people, cause more bad than good. इसीलिए तो इंसानों को दिमाग दिया गया है, डिस्टर्नमेंट शक्ति दी गई है सोचने समझने की, है ना? It is important to discern when you practice honesty and when you practice matured honesty by telling a white lie. However, white lies should be avoided and only be used when it is necessary. Using white lies to your advantage is bad karma. For example, some people take sick leave when they are not sick. That is also a white lie. हम बीमार नहीं हैं पर हम छोटा सा झूठ बोल दिया, अरे आज बीमार है, आज ऑफिस नहीं जाएंगे। इससे क्या होता है? अगेन इट इज अ स्मॉल लाई, राइट? इससे किसी का नुकसान तो नहीं हुआ, somebody might feel कि इससे तो किसी का नुकसान नहीं हो रहा है. I'm not telling a grave lie, a big lie. छोटा सा तो झूठ है, इससे क्या ही होगा. But again, if it is unnecessary, if it is going to your advantage, आप अपना फायदा करने के लिए झूठ बोल रहे हो, चाहे वो white lie हो या कोई भी lie हो, that is again bad karma. So if you are lying that today I am not well, I am sick, and that's why I'm taking a leave from office, maybe the next day you're actually going to fall sick and you will not be able to attend an important meeting or you'll not be able to attend an important event. So again, a white lie told unnecessarily. जरूरत नहीं है पर फिर भी हम white lie बोल रहे हैं. That is going to create bad karma. Okay. So out here, I'll just like to explain two things because I have been teaching the law of karma from last almost 3 years to all the basic pranic healing students also, and many good questions come up in the class. जब हम पढ़ाते हैं स्टूडेंट्स को बेसिक प्राणिक हीलिंग में लॉ ऑफ कर्मा और ऑनेस्टी एंड लॉ लाइन हमें पढ़ाना पड़ता है, तो तब बहुत सारे इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चंस भी हमारे सामने आते हैं. So one very interesting question that come up to me was there was a couple, a husband and wife. So the couple said that if the mainly the husband said that if I speak 100% truth to my wife, I will get divorced because my wife is not in a position to take the 100% truth. अगर मैं सब कुछ सच बोलूंगा तो मेरी मेरी लाइफ ही नहीं चलेगी. एवरी डे आई एम गोइंग टू एंड अप फाइटिंग एंड आई विल एंड अप हैविंग अ डिवोर्स. So I spoke to the wife and I was trying to understand what is the story. Again, the wife said, you know, my husband lies so much. इतना झूठ बोलते हैं, बात बात पे झूठ बोलते हैं. So I was trying to understand both of them, that how is this happening? Now, I realized two very important things. Number one, let's take the example of a wife first. That example, I am not saying all the wives are like that. मैं सिर्फ उस couple की बात कर रही हूँ जो basic क्रानिक हीलिंग क्लास में मेरे थे. Now, the wife said he lies, and I don't like lying. क्यों झूठ बोलते हैं मुझे, सच क्यों नहीं बोलते हैं? Now I asked the wife, you want your husband to speak the truth. Are you ready to listen to the truth? That is a big question. अगर आप चाहते हो कि दुनिया के लोग आपको सच बोले, that can be your husband, that can be your children, that can be your maid, that can be anybody. If you want people to tell you the truth, number one question I have to ask you is, are you ready to listen to the truth? क्या आप सच सुनना चाहते हो? आप सच को बर्दाश्त करना चाहते हो? That's a big question. If your husband walks in home late one day and he says that, I did not feel like coming home immediately. I was sitting all alone by myself in a park and I was just having a self time. Will you be able to take it? सबसे पहला सवाल हम क्या बोलेंगे? अभी आपको मुझसे भी स्पेस चाहिए, अभी आपको अकेले वक्त बिताना है, आपको मेरे साथ वक्त नहीं बिताना है. You don't want to be with me, you want to sit alone in a park. This is what our relationship has ended up to. Blah, 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 blah. You're going to come up with your emotional dialogues. Why can't we accept the point that the husband is also a human being? The husband might want some self time. ऑफिस से निकल के घर, ऑफिस में बॉस, घर में निकल के बीवी बच्चे. Why can't the husband take a self time in between? उसमें चाहे वो अकेला पार्क में बैठा रहे या कोई कहीं पे जाके कोई मूवी देखे या अपने दोस्तों से मिले, उससे हमें क्या लेना देना है? If we are not ready to listen to that, then obviously the husband will come back home and say, I was working overtime. है कि नहीं? Who is forcing the husband to lie? I am forcing the husband to lie because I am not ready to listen to the truth. अगर husbands, बच्चे, maid, why only husband? Even the maids. Maybe the maid is coming late every day. Maybe she is having some serious problem in her own house. Maybe it is so hot that she is not being able to sleep the whole night. कितनी बार ऐसा होता है ना कि हमारे जो मेड्स है उनके घर में इतनी गर्मी होती है कि वो सारी सारी रात जागते हैं, सुबह होते उनका आंख लग जाता है, उठने में लेट हो जाता है, हमारे घर आने में लेट हो जाता है. If they tell this truth to us, how many of us are going to accept it? कि मेरी मेड सारी रात नहीं सो पाई, वो सुबह आंख लग गया, सुबह उठने में लेट हो रहा है, इसलिए आने में लेट हो रहा है. हम में से कितने लोग आसानी से इस बात को एक्सेप्ट करेंगे? We will say, ah, you have become the Rani now, na? You are going to sleep and I am going to wake up and do your work. So obviously the maid has to come and lie. You know, Didi, there are people sick in my home. I did not get the bus. There was tire puncture and there was this and there was that. So they need to lie because we are not ready to listen to the truth and accept the truth. So one very important point in lies and by saving your karma, because you are forcing somebody to lie. Your nature, your actions, the way you are behaving, you are forcing another soul to lie. So you are also karmically getting entitled out here. आपका कर्मा इसमें इन्वॉल्व, आप झूठ नहीं बोल रहे हो, आपकी मेड झूठ बोल रही है, पर वो कर्मा भी आपके साथ जुड़ जाएगा क्योंकि आपके चिल्लाने की आदत, आपकी सच ना सुनने की आदत, आपका उसको झूठ बोलने के लिए जो आप उसे मजबूर कर रहे हो, उसके कारण वो आपको झूठ बोल रही है. योर कर्मा विल ऑल्सो गेट अफेक्टेड. So these are some fine things which we need to understand when we talk about lying. And the second important thing, this was the wife's part. The when I came to the husband, I asked him, "Have you ever tried? Have you ever tried to tell the truth to your wife? Have you ever tried to make her sit down, explain your things, have a clear talk? Have you ever tried to make your wife be a little more matured? Have you ever explained to her that, see, I am a human being, even I need space. You also have the right to take space. Someday, if you tell me that, listen, I am not in a mood to talk to you, I want to go outside and sit in a garden all by myself, I will give you that space. So please give me that space as well. Have you ever tried to talk? Or you have just, kind of labeled it. All wives are like this. My wife is also like this. कोई वाइफ सच नहीं सुनना चाहती है, मेरी वाइफ भी सच नहीं सुनेगी. झूठ तो हमें बोलना ही है, झूठ तो बोलना ही पड़ेगा. Do you have that attitude? Are you taking people for granted if they are not going to listen to me? My children are always going to lie. I am taking them for granted. बच्चे तो झूठ बोलेंगे ही बोलेंगे. Am I taking people for granted in my office, in my house? That people are going to lie. I also have to lie. If I don't lie, people are not going to accept my truth. क्या ये बात ऐसा है? क्या हम बहुत कुछ अज्यूम करके चल रहे हैं? क्या हमने कोशिश की सच बोलने की? So these are some small aspects which do affect our lives. इसीलिए मैंने बोला था कि कोई ब्लैंकेट आंसर नहीं है. झूठ बोलना पाप है, जीरो, ब्लैंकेट, खत्म. इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट. कर्मा इज नेवर लाइक दैट. सच बोलेंगे ही नहीं या हमेशा सच बोलना ही पड़ेगा. कर्मा इज नॉट लाइक दैट. देयर आर फाइन लाइन्स. देयर आर प्लेसेस वेयर अ ट्रूथ is dangerous. There are places where a lie can save you. You have to use your discernment. You have to use your brain. You have to use your thoughts. You have to see whether you're forcing other people to lie. You have to see whether you're giving enough opportunity to people. What is your nature? Whatever you give will come back to you. If you are lying to people, people will lie to you. सो बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जो हमें सोचनी है, समझनी है बिफोर हम एक पर्टिकुलर फैसले तक पहुंचे. Okay, so that's it from the lie and the white lie chapter. And today, when we do the meditation, we will keep in our mind how much honest, how much truthful are we ourselves, number one, and number two, how much honesty or dishonesty Am I attracting from other people because of myself? सो दो चीज हम इस मेडिटेशन में जरूर ध्यान में रखेंगे, भगवान से भी हेल्प मांगेंगे, लव लाइट एंड पावर मांगेंगे कि वो हमें ज्यादा अच्छे से सोचने समझने की शक्ति दे। पहला पॉइंट क्या है कि हम खुद कितने ऑनेस्ट है, हम खुद कितना सच या झूठ बोलते हैं। ओके, सेकेंड पॉइंट क्या है कि हमारे नेचर के वजह से या हमारे वजह से हम क्या दूसरे लोगों को फोर्स कर रहे हैं झूठ बोलने के लिए। ठीक है, तो ये दोनों चीज हम अवेयरनेस रखेंगे इन आवर मेडिटेशन। So are we all ready for the meditation? Personally, if anyone is not well, physically not well here, then you can avoid the meditation. It's not a problem because too much of energy might physically cause a disruption in the body. So if you're having fever or something like that, you can avoid the meditation. No problem. Okay, so gently close your eyes, relax yourself, take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale slowly, gently. In this twin heart meditation, we together invoke, may the beautiful energy of the twin heart meditation heal us completely today. If there's any issues in our body, in our chakras, in our aura today, may it be healed by the beautiful energy of the twin heart meditation. Also, may the beautiful energy of love, light, and power of the meditation help us understand our levels of honesty, help us become more receptive, more intelligent, so that we can be more honest and we can attract more honesty from outside world. We are all super, super receptive to the energies of the twin heart meditation. In full faith, so be it.